Blue-collar bosses calling each other on Monday morning.
What's going on? You gonna sleep all day? Shoot, I've been working for an hour and a half. Yeah, you're gonna have to get up mighty early to get ahead of me. I heard that. What y'all get into this weekend? Anything? Oh, I forgot. Your little girl had a ball tournament. How'd that go? Really? Well, that's good. That's good. Big crowd down there? Yeah, sure enough. Sure enough. Well, that's a good deal. Y'all must have had a big time then. Shoot, no, we didn't get into much this weekend. Me and the old lady and her mom and dad went out Friday night and then messed around, worked Saturday. And me and Scooter went hunting Saturday night. He had a young dog. He wanted to run with some of my older dogs. And went back there at Elrod's and turned them out and hunted about 3 or 4 hours. Yeah. Yeah, we traded about 3. Yeah, we didn't shoot none, but had a good old time. I tell you what, it's cold down there. Yeah, sure. Well, it's going to be cold this week, too. They talking like down in the teens come towards the end of the week. Yeah. Where y'all working at this week? I got you. Y'all still over on that big job, huh? Hey, how'd old Jimmy that worked for you, how'd he ever get? Oh, he still ain't back. Now, so you still dynamite then, huh? I tell you what, I got a boy here. I got a boy worse than me. I need to send over there to help you. Sure enough. If I ordered a busload of aggravating people and he's the only one that showed up, I'd got my money's worth. Yeah, I tell you what. He can't get here on time. He can't get here half the time. He's a heck of a worker. He'll run the shovel. He don't never complain when he's here. But he cannot get here. I don't know what his problem is. He can't get nobody to work. Yeah, we still over here on this job we've been on the last 2 weeks. We're going to try to get done with it. I don't know what the weather's like. Talking like the end of the week, you might get some snow. So I don't know if we're going to get started on anything else or not, or just call it a week. Yes, it's just aggravating. You can't do nothing with the weather the way it is. But, yeah, but. Well, I better let you get at it. I know you got a lot to do today. Yeah, if y'all need anything, need help this week or anything, just holler at me. I'll be around. Yeah, don't work too hard. So, organic grown food versus regular grown food. So, a crop or a livestock that's grown organically doesn't have any synthetic ingredients used to grow the crop. In other words, it's got natural fertilizers that aren't synthetic, natural pesticides that aren't synthetic. That's not to say it's not sprayed with pesticides. They're just natural pesticides. It's more expensive because it's a little bit harder crop to grow, and there's some marketing there that's used to get more money out of it. It's harder to grow because basically, let's just say farming's a toolbox, and we take part of those tools away from the farmer where he can't use anything synthetic. Now, he's got to certify his land as organic, and if he breaks that organic agreement, that land has to be recertified. And I think it's a 3-year waiting period, but I'm not sure on that. So basically, he can't use anything synthetic. That's why I don't farm organic crops, because I don't want to take any tools out of my toolbox, so to speak. If I need to spray, an insecticide to take care of a bug problem, I can do that. Whereas an organic grower might be challenged to find a natural pesticide or insecticide to kill those bugs or whatever they may be dealing with. So, is it healthier? I mean, that's for everybody else to decide. I don't, as a rule, eat organic stuff more than I do regular stuff. And that's nothing against organic farmers. There's a lot of great organic farmers, a lot of people that do a really good job growing organic crops and livestock, and it takes very intense management to be able to grow organically and get the yield or the production that we do with regular grown foods and grains and livestock and all that. So shout out to those organic growers, because it is a lot of work and a lot of management. But me personally, I think it's a toss-up whether it's healthy or not. That's just me, I don't know. But I hope I answered that the best I can for you. Let's go cut some beans in the mud. Well, this is far from ideal conditions. The ground's wet, the beans are wet, it's cloudy. But they're calling for big rain Wednesday and Thursday. It's Tuesday afternoon right now. So we're making the best of a bad situation and getting what beans we can out. I'm hoping maybe I can be done by tomorrow. Maybe. But we're just dealing the hand that's, or playing the hand that's dealt us. So do the best you can and move on. These beans here are pretty good. They stood really good to be this late in the year cutting them, and there's no damage that I've seen in them. I don't know how it's going to affect the test weight, but we shall see. The canopy here, these beans are planted a little thick. The canopy really held the weeds down. All that green you see on the ground, that's just chickweed or some henbit or something. It's not affecting how we're cutting any at all. Any of y'all TikTok mechanics ever have a problem with something you're working on and you can't figure out exactly what it is, and it just preys on your mind until you get it fixed? Like, you'll just walk away from it and you just can't quit thinking about what is the problem. If you watch my Instagram, I was pulling a starter off a little Ford tractor we got yesterday, and it's been acting up since probably August, and I hadn't been able to really figure out what it was. I hadn't really been messing with it. Thought it was the key switch. You could crank it by crossing out the starter, which I don't recommend, but that's what I've been doing. Key switch wouldn't crank it. Put a new key switch on it, didn't fix it. I said, dang, maybe it's a neutral safety switch. Put one of them, or pulled the wires apart and put a jumper wire and wired them together, still wouldn't crank. I said, maybe it is a starter. Tractor's got 3,000 hours on it. It's 34 years old. Probably time. Poured the fuel filters off so I could get to the starter yesterday. Pulled the starter off. Took it up here, and boy, at the parts house, he put it on the test bench. It dang near jumped off the bench when he put power on it, so knew that wasn't the problem. I really was didn't think that's what it was anyway. So, got to looking today. It's just been preying on my mind. Well, I slipped over there today, got to looking at it. Off the starter solenoid, about halfway between the starter solenoid and the fuse panel, there's a little spade connector. Guess what? It was unhooked. Hooked it up, tractor turned right over. Sometimes it's the little things in life that really hang us up. You know, I could have looked for that for 5 minutes probably if I knew what I'd been looking for and fixed it 4 months ago. But sometimes it's the trials and tribulations that make everything worthwhile in the end. So I guess next time when it don't crank, I know what to look for.